Hello friends, today we are going to learn The Road Not Taken, a very beautiful poem written by Robert Frost. I am give a small introduction of Robert Frost. He was born on March 26, 1874 in San Francisco. After the death of his father, he moved with his mother and sister to Lawrence. He became interested in reading and writing poetry during his high school years. Foss drifted off string of occupation after leaving school, working as a teacher, cobbler, and editor. His first published poem, My Butterfly, appeared on November 8, 1894 in New York newspaper, The Independent. The central idea of the poem, The Road Not Taken, is about the struggle while making decisions in life. There are two paths of follow, the one on which everyone walks and the other that is opposite of the crowd. The person in the poem has to decide whether to follow the crowd or to take the other road and make his own path in life. The poet has his own personality. He refused to do ordinary things just because everyone else does them. In the end, he chooses the path that hasn't had many travelers. He knows that it will be better for him, but he also acknowledges that he can never know what would have happened to him if he had chosen the other path. Okay, so let's start with the very first stanza. Two roads delivered in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler, long I stood and looked down one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Here, one day, poet traveling all alone reaches a point where the road divides into two. He faces the situation of uncertainty. He thinks which road he should take to continue his journey. He is unable to decide which road to follow. He pauses for a long time. He gives a careful thought to which path he should follow. Then took the other, just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing he there had warned them really about the same. Then he decided to choose that road which seems to be less traveled. He feels that it will make a big difference in his future. He decides to save the other road for another day, though he knows that he will never get a chance to go back. He takes such a difficult decision. Later, he wishes that he would also try the other path. And both that morning equally lay in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how may leads on the way, I doubted if I should ever come back. The poet feels that after ages from now, he would be telling about his decision with a sigh of relief. He would tell how the less frequented path had made all the differences in his life. The poet presents the difficulty of making choice in life. We cannot travel on all the paths available to us. We have to make a choice. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere edges and edges hence, the two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the differences. The uncertainty faced by the poet in making his choice is the uncertainty that we all faces at the same point in our life. We all have to make a choice. Only the future will reveal whether the choice made by us is right or wrong. But one can't go back or change the choice. Choices and decisions are like steps that carry us forward. Here in this poetry, poets suggest that in everyone's life there is a one day or one moment where you have to choose when you have to choose between two paths, or you have two alternate or option where you have to choose for yourself which is right or wrong, that you cannot decide at a time. You have to choose the path, and after walking on that path slowly and steadily, you will get this result of choosing path in your future, and you will get that, and you will get the things, the fruit on walking on a path at that time. Choice and decisions are like steps that carry us forward. Here, when whatever we are choosing, whatever decisions we are taking, it's they are taking us to the carry forward or take a step ahead in our life. But we can't say that whatever decision or whatever path we choose, that is right or wrong. It will only we can only learn this thing after walking on that path and passing some time. In future we can get that, okay, this path is right or wrong. That can give us a what we can say, yeah, that whatever goals we want to achieve by choosing that path, that is particularly good or bad, that we can only get after walking on that path. And here he says that whatever path we are choosing, whether it is right or wrong, we cannot change it. If we find that, okay, whatever path we chose, that is wrong, so we cannot go to the past and we can't change that. So whatever we are choosing, whatever decisions we are taking, we have to think twice thrice, and we have to take carefully while we are choosing or taking decisions. And that is the whole and soul or main point of this poem. I hope you enjoyed.